It took me forever to figure out this was the one it was referencing.
Hey!
I also get the dongle.
Thankfully, it didn't take a long time for us. Alright, have fun, Wander.
Grandpa Batjin's journal. On the inside are several brief notes. The 2 pages split by the bookmark are dense with text. It's a message for Enibish. Now, I could have actually skipped through this. Probably should have. Anyway, read all the entries. Like a dumbass. 8/18/58. Well, now the home of my son is empty. So fate has decided. I'm not complaining either. Providence knows best. All that's left is for me to pray for them. I'll head out in the morning. It's 200 miles. Better not forget a gas canister. It'll be dark when I get there. I hate the dark. The wake will go on all night, and come morning I'll be gone, leaving everything as is. Providence has got a plan, to be sure, in which my role is a modest one. As for the baby, of course, I'll take care of him. I'll take him with me to Ulaanbaatar. Not so easily scared. I'm losing the accent there. Should probably just stop with it. Oh well. No use guessing now. These parts won't let him go. No doubt about it. Evidently we're supposed to live here. What other option is there? Only abandoning him. And that I will not do. He won't drink milk. He won't eat anything. What else do I feed him? He's going so fast. Isn't it early for a 2-week-old to walk on his own 2 goddamn feet? Where did he go last night? What is this, a turbo baby?
Turbo baby.
I mean,
controller.
2-week-old child
to
walk
and it
around.
vibrates violently.
Oh. I'm skipping the dates, by the
baby.
way. But they're like...
The Vibro baby weapon from Star
They're
Wars.
literally just, like, weeks apart. I can't figure out what it is he's found. Some kind of device. These days... Oh, 3 days now he's been playing with it. Dragging it through the dust. Gnawing on it. I suppose he's teething. He stopped growing. Hasn't changed in a week. A 5-year-old child is walking around the yurt. Keep walking, son. Your appearance doesn't scare me. But how is it that you look so much like him? I guess that's not for me to know. Providence has got a plan. My job is to pray. An air shuttle flew by yesterday. It's been a long time since we've seen one. I couldn't make out any people inside. Could it be used as freight? What a meeting. Praise Providence, you reckless soul. If it weren't for Enibish, you, Tabaha, would still be lying in that flower bed. But it's a solid money-making idea. The passage is free, which is always good. The tires on the scooter won't need replacing. I'm gonna sell it. No more notes. Only the letter is left.
Salvation is at hand.
Oh. Enibish, if you're reading this letter, that means your curiosity has led you into the past, to your forebears. Your parents' belongings are locked away in chests. I will give you the key in which to open them. But know this, no things will give you any answers until you've asked yourself the right question. Of all the possible paths, only one will lead you to this question. Find the one true path, and may my modest assistance ease in your search. You need a ray of phantom light to illuminate your path, and a wise clue to make the right decision at the crossroads. In this drawer lies a rounded object. Use it to obtain the ray of light. In a book of wisdom, you'll find a clue. Then go to my grave. Stand on the largest stone. Take a look around using the ray of light. Look carefully. And you will see the spot from which you're... Fuck it, whatever.
A little slow on that one.
Dude, I told you I read much faster in my head than out loud.
Chat has decided that your voice is Banebot.
Or Prospector Bot, I don't know. Alright, so this is the part where I had no fucking clue what he meant about anything. The flashlight made sense.
You think the flashlight is your ally?
I guess so. I was also trying to... Oh, well, there we go.
Not yet.
I want to ask her if she knew where anything was. Of course she wouldn't. I love that Batjin was just
Yeah,
like...
why would she? She's been unconscious
It's
this
true.
entire game and can't walk.
Oh, you skipped me
Thankfully,
finding
we have editing.
the prayer book. Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Oh, the prayer book was always there, right?
Well, yeah,
don't
but I
think it was
never read it,
relevant.
so we don't actually know what the clue is.
Oh.
The clue would have actually helped if it made more sense. But effectively...
I didn't... I already knew about the prayer book, so I didn't think it had a clue in it.
Okay, so what the clue book, the prayer book says is effectively something about, like, bright light, white light. I don't know, it was kind of bullshit. But effectively,
So
you just have to
it was something
alternate
that was
between...
clarifying whether you're supposed to go to the sun or the moon.
Pretty much. Except for the reality is, it didn't make any sense. I went back, read it 4 times, and ultimately I just decided, I'm just going to alternate until I get the right one.
I'll be honest, I didn't know how to edit this part, because you got very lost. So
It's so shitty, though. Here's an arrow, go this direction, but it's not quite straight.
And sometimes you find stuff and sometimes you don't, so it's like, it's interesting to watch, because I was like, I don't know which parts to cut, so I just kind of cut parts of it. Like, you didn't notice this, but when you jumped off that grave earlier, it fast-forwarded like 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, I know.
Midway through you jumping over the lamp.
I know. That was actually a really nice cut.
I do that all the fucking time. I mess with people. My I've cut out most of my deaths. This is where I lost the
flashlight and freaked out.
I've actually cut out most of my deaths in my Batman series because I can use cutscenes as spots to like just edit out entire attempts.
So this is where I got lost.
Yes, you did.
You know how I eventually found it?
You ran towards that post over there?
Yeah, it's just a mailbox. We'll get there in about, like, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute, I don't know. There's a goddamn mailbox not 20 feet from the house.
I think you basically ended up finding a random object that was the thing you needed, rather than actually following the clues correctly.
Correct. Because, like, I follow it straight here.
They are horrifyingly complicated clues of like.
So the other thing
follow
is
these 17 markings in multiple different directions to get to this place that's right by your house.
You can see it on the side there.
Grandpa's a dick.
Grandpa's a dick, but like Enemish never even bothered to like check this mailbox and has been there for years.
Yeah, well, he was in amnesia or whatever. Oh, I guess he wasn't. I guess he wasn't
I just found this circle, and it's just like,
your friend knows you were here.
Here we go. Yeah, so see, you can see the house in the background.
Sort of
maybe it's like 200
terminal.
feet. And here we go.
Here you'll find the answer to your question.
Who am I?
That's right, Anabish, who am I? Is the question that leads to the secret of your past. You are but a step away from unraveling the mystery, from the ancient, mystifying events whose meaning I never did grasp till the ends of days. Perhaps only you are destined to reveal their divine plan. I promised you a key to the chest that store your parents' belongings. The key is before you, and with it I pass to you that which I had guarded in my memory for years. So I was immediately in Bioshock mode of silly dialogue, did not realize it was old man voice. Whoops. Yes, the things in the chest belong to... Holy shit. However, these people are now your parents. Are not your parents or even your relatives. They had a son of their own once, but he had died in the explosion under the dome. He was 5 years old, and his name was Chagatal. Or Chagatai? I can't tell if it's an I or an L from
Chagatai.
Several days after the explosion, a golden eagle arrived here carrying a human infant. He set the child down on the ground in front of the yurt. You were that infant, Enemish. You who are and where you came from, I do not know. From that day, the home of my late son became a haven for you and Ognaughts. I was not repulsed by the strange appearance of your bodies. Who am I to pass judgment on Providence? Dismay came a month later, when Chagatai's features on your face became unmistakable. Goodbye forever, your grandfather, Batjin. So that's why he left us then, huh?
He died.
Oh, never mind. Someone said he wasn't coming back. I got confused.
So we are the reincarnation of that kid. Also, there's random envelope in here for no good reason.
It's an empty envelope?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it just got stuck. That poor spider made a weapon there, and it caught nothing.
But, like, we are the reincarnation of the kid that died in the explosion. No explanation why. And we grew up in, like, 3 weeks.
But there's a golden eagle.
To age 5.
It's cool.
Robo-eagle.
I knew this chest was going to be important one day.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's the belongings of my parents. Get over here.
They're stuck.
God damn it.
fucking saddle thing just
Get
doesn't
outta
want to
here.
go.
Aw, you set it down gingerly. I'm sure you'll stick to that.
Oh, it's a child seat. That's what it is.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Also,
heavy.
bunches more.
Get out of here.
Everything magazine. These things do not want to come out of the box, by the way.
I hate you, parents. You were never there.
It's
Just
yeah,
up
it's a TV.
ancient-looking tube TV.
Yeah.
What a weird sight.
Well, I mean, it's like years old, but at the same time, like, this was back in 2058. You'd think they'd have something a little bit more effective than that.
I love that old TVs are almost like self-parody territory, where they're somehow so long that they're longer than they are
We are
wide.
massively strong, by the way.
I
We
love
could
it.
pick that thing up without issue.
Yeah, because we're probably a robot. Get out of here, family clothes and remainings of dead people and people that have left me. I hate you, nostalgia.
I don't know what
Is that a music box?
I have no idea what the hell that thing's supposed to be.
That looked like it was something that would play music, like it had little stubs.
Sort of?
Or maybe that's what old computers look like.
I don't know.
I don't really know what punch card computers look like, to be honest.
This
It could have
game
been
has
that.
really weird approaches to technology.
Hey, look! It's a portrait of vaguely ethnic people. Oh no, it's translucent. I mean, it's got the ectoplasm. Set it on fire. Burn it.
I was trying to get a good
put it
look.
next to the lighter.
That's supposed to be the two, the parents, Chagatai, and then Mark. Packs of letters. One correspondence mentions Mark and Ida. Ida, I've already written to you about him. He works nearby, at the station. Well, a few years back, he'd met a girl. He says they saw each other only once, in a company of friends, and somehow the way she looked at him. He's been dreaming of that moment ever since. Mark speaks of some strange sensation called the Babylonian effect, and that the entire institute is studying it at the present. Jean-Paul and I laugh in return. The sensation is totally normal, Mark. We've studied it thoroughly long ago. Happy face. Kick your science to the curb and go to Ida before she gets her body replaced.
It's like old you knew you weren't done reading, so you came back to it.
It actually, yes. Also, I stored the rocket.
Hello, weird block.
I wanted to
Go
throw
away.
at things. I wanted to see if you could open it up.
Let's see if I can hit her from here.
I had to get closer.
Shell would approve.
I wanted to see if I could get it into her lap. You can, sort of.
I found it. You and Mark had met once before.
Yes, I already know. I remembered it.
Mark was recalling some kind of special moment.
Nothing so special that it stayed with me. Except maybe there was this strange sensation.
A sensation?
Yes. Sometimes I get a peculiar feeling. It somehow resembles anxiety, but only partially. I can't really describe it. It is a sad, pleasant feeling. I had felt it again that particular evening, and
And what?
Anabish, I'm about to shut down.
Wait. We're not done figuring out your past.
And we won't. I am out of time. I received a message
From whom?
from my neurochip. Only, the neurochip writes in red letters. I'm being informed that it is self-destructing. Know what I can do?
What?
Split myself in two.
What do you mean?
When I shut down, my upper half will split from my legs.
Why?
I've no clue. That's just how my body works. I can show you. Watch.
Wait, don't. Ida, listen.
I'm listening.
Maybe there's still a way to fix everything.
Fix everything. Well, there is a way. If you can travel to the past and pass 4 digits to Professor Koch, that would fix everything.
This is when I realized the game is super bullshit.
It really feels like they're making stuff up as they go along, doesn't it?
It really does. Fun fact,
Like-
see in the corner how it says sphere and stuff like that? If you collect
Yeah.
all the research notes in the game, it actually kind of explains. Also, fun time skip where you've apparently just decided to rip her body apart for mysterious reasons. I mean, sure, she's split in half, but why'd you take her head off?
Yeah.
Not sure
that
about
wasn't
that
that wasn't my cut. That just happened.
Yeah,
Apparently.
Yeah, I was shocked. That's why I'm still standing here. I'm just like,
well,
what
she's
the
on the
shit
floor
just
now.
happened? All right, now we got Ragdoll Lady.
Oh, this looks like a horror game now.
Yeah, it really does.
I was joking earlier about objectification of women, but now she's literally an object you carry around in your hands.
Yeah.
Like, how do I make you alive again?
So I tried to
First thing you
set
do
her
is,
on
like-
top of the roof.
Yeah,
I figure
they
out
want
maybe
you
we've
to
got a
electrocute
lightning
her.
rod thing.
This is the first most obvious thing.
Dude, this is also
Not
where
quite,
we had
though.
all the batteries and stuff hooked up to.
Yeah. And then you go to the lightning post.
Well, the travel rings, because I figured, I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe. Also, the music for this
Yep.
area is great. Like,
But of course they want you to go to the tram because they want you to go to the tram
yeah,
for everything.
back to the fucking... the circus
No
thing.
exceptions.
I'm also watching her wiggle, because you can get her head to flip around if you like, waggle one way and then the other. I don't know if I do it here.
Oh, well that's that kind of gives it away,
Yeah,
huh? Seeing the lightning strike up there.
I also figured you had, like, crazy gravity jumps in this game. So, kind of
Oh, yeah.
using and abusing them.
Hey, look, it's our nemesis, the flower garden.
I'm gonna crank up the music so
Yeah.
people can hear. But, like, the music in this game is
The
actually
audience will
quite
never
good.
fully understand just how much time we spent in that flower garden.
Oh god, no. That or, like, half the puzzles or things like that.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the scene. It's still bullshit, but, like, the idea of trying to save the robot lady by getting her struck with lightning is, like,
Yeah.
would make more sense if we had more of an emotional attachment to her, as well as, like,
Or
had any
it somehow
idea
feels like
of
it comes out
physics.
of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, because she's just like,
Turns
well,
out it's hard to relate to characters that talk like robots to each other.
well, also, she was just explaining her backstory, and she's like, oh, I'm about to die. Never mind, then. And then...
I mean, that's what most people. They read in a fiction book once that that's how you fiction is that you tell everyone about who you are and then to make them attached to you and then you die.
So, I couldn't figure out which
like
ruined
Alien
garden
4
it was
or 3 or whatever.
talking about, so I'm trying to get her on her back so I can take the back plate off.
Yeah.
And, like, here's the power cord, so I'm like, alright, let's get this working. I've got it, we're good. Also, some weird bullshit happens in a second or two that I can't really
Interesting
understand.
physics happens with these things.
Oh yeah, no, this gets really, really wacky.
You got this. Oh, maybe not. Also, the bird's here, I guess.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
I've got-
the bird, yep, there we go.
I think you shocked yourself.
I think I did.
Hey, look, the ghosts are here to talk
Yeah, the
to you.
ghost is still there. Also, that's where I finally noticed the bird, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he was making sounds in your ears, but
Yeah,
maybe
so
you weren't wearing
there's no
headphones.
general explanation of why you should have done this. Or, like, apart from the bird...
It just says it just sort of says make her upright somewhere. And yeah, I guess the bird kind of gives away
Yeah,
that
like,
might be an important location,
I think
but that's
they
about
added
it.
the bird as an afterthought because
Yeah.
playtesters couldn't figure it out.
He does just kind of show up.
This is also horrifying
game over, right?
Frankenstein. Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
This is like freaky Frankenstein shit. That a teenager in
Weird
Mongolia...
science.
A teenager in Mongolia should not be able to do this. Or even, like, attempt this without, like, dying. Or have any level of
Yeah,
success.
did he ground himself? Did he ground himself?
No!
Oh, I guess not.
He's just
I
a
guess
dude.
he's dead now.
Just, yeah, like, blind at least. Probably fried a little bit. Hey, your boobs are missing. You should wake up now.
Are you there? Ida,
I'm here.
how do you feel?
Strange.
Strained? In what way? Describe your state.
I feel anxious.
That's good.
Good?
Yes. Just don't shut down. Look at me.
Why?
I'll explain everything later.
Alright, that's the end of the game.
All right.
So here's where it kind of hints at, like, you should have collected this shit so you could figure out how what the game was actually supposed to be. So go back and play through it again so you can read all of this shit. I'm not kidding. There's an achievement to go collect all 10 of them, and it's supposed to, like, explain things better.
Oh no!
But reading from somebody that had found them all,
This is like
it
when
doesn't
Final
help.
Fantasy Type 0, there's like, you beat the game, you have no idea what the story of this last 30 hours was. Play the game again and we'll give you the rest of the story. It's actually what that game does. That's also what Brighter Days does that I talked about earlier. Like, you kind of beat the game and it's like, find all these obscure collectibles to find the actual ending.
Like Destiny,
Why?
actually.
Why do games keep doing this?
I don't know.
Why?
Like, I'm okay with it if it's, like, going to explain the backstory for, like, why some of this happened because they didn't have time to fit it in. So Chad is wondering what the story is anyway.
I guess,
So-
from the weird calendar.
Let's do a quick recap of what happened throughout this entire game. Between the two of us, I think we can do it.
Picking flowers, the end.
So, we wake up...
Rubik's Cube, ooh, subtle.
We wake up with no memory. Oh yeah, this is actually the last important plot point. That's her, by the way. That's Ida.
She's alive.
Also,
But
apparently
which
a
one is
model.
she?
Yeah, this is where they're like,
Because, like, is that pre-extinction Ida, or is that the copy of Ida that's inhabiting a real body, or is this a happy ending where the Ida that we helped gets a real body? How do we know? Important code, probably, I guess.
and then we take code 4 numbers
Low
for
frame rate,
some mysterious
freaky
reason.
motion blur.
Yes.
All
But
right.
so the plot is we wake up, no memories. We got a robot girl.
And
We
now-
find her brain, put it in,
And now
activate
she's
her,
walking.
talk to her. Oh yeah, no, this gets super bullshit. Talk to her for a while, fetch quest until she's fixed. Then she tells us she's dying, then we Frankenstein her back to life. But she says she can fix everything if we can text some dude 4 numbers. That is literally the only plot important stuff. Like, sure, there was an explosion, but we just circumvented all of that. And now we're just looking at silhouettes walking for mysterious fucking reasons.
Are those the developers?
No, they're just random people.
Just people?
This is supposed to be plot relevant somehow.
What is... What?
I'm not
Is that Lucy Liu from Charlie's Angels?
not kidding.
Is that the protagonist of Mr. Robot in the middle?
I think that's the protagonist of Infamous in the middle. Not Infamous, Prototype.
The secret is that mutants and normal humans aren't that different after all. If you cut us, do we not bleed? That's the right story, right? Right?
Fucking,
did I
I don't
lose it?
know. Like,
Is this the ending to Danganronpa?
this is the
Goodbye,
ending.
Despair?
This is not the ending that anybody should ever put at the end of the game. The ending of Deus
We
Ex was
saved
better than
mankind
this.
from the Reapers!
Pretty much.
We just had to detonate the anti-AI bomb to kill all the Geth or whatever happens.
Oh, by the way, it loops. By the way.
Of course. Wait, they didn't have enough cutscene?
Yeah, they didn't have enough cutscene for the credits, so that it loops through the silhouettes again. Matched to the music.
That guy's hair is hilarious. Or girl. In silhouette form, it just looks like a mushroom person.
Chat says these are all the people that would have died from the explosion, but we stopped them from dying. I mean, maybe, but they all got backed up anyway.
That guy's shirt's sticking out.
Yeah,
He didn't tuck it in
yeah,
well
it
enough. This kid's got it figured out.
Oh no, that's
He listens to
Glenn
Pink
from
Floyd, even though he's born in the 90s.
no, that's Glenn from Walking Dead.
Oh, that one's Glenn from Walking Dead.
Maybe.
Or we're out of sync.
Can't tell. See? Like I said, it loops.
Is that Alex Mercer from Prototype?
That's what I said.
This is all a prequel to Prototype. And then he flips out and kills everyone. And that one black guy's like, man, I hate computers. Prototype's great.
T. Chanster in chat says he
Oh,
doesn't understand
their
what the
whole-
point of the plot was. There's no point.
They're holding hands. We saved love.
We
Wait, is that the same couple just rearranged to a different position in the same crowd?
Yes. There's copy paste going on really hard here.
Oh yeah, they're just teleporting back and forth on the left and right sides of the screen.
Yep.
Weird. This is really weird. And special thanks to the Cradle fans for your patience.
So Keith, I think this
We had
is
so much patience.
I think this is going to be the last non-gameplay game I play with you. I'm going to mandate that we play games.
This was your fault. I was playing this on my own. You're like, I want to play it with you. And it's like, all right.
Oh, by the way.
You can
By
join.
the way. They imply that like floaty glowy thing is like all these dead people.
Oh, well, wait, didn't we already know that, I think?
Kind of, but like at the same time, like we don't need to know this. You don't need to do this now. And why the fuck does it even matter? Like I feel like they should have had many more important things. Like what the hell?
Pretty hand-drawn sky, though.
Yeah, no.
Although it's weirdly out of place with the non-hand-drawn everything else in the
Actually,
game.
that's the skybox that we've been seeing through the entire game.
Yeah, that's the skybox we had the whole game.
They just made it a little bit
found it
more
a little odd.
contrasty.
It has a cool-looking cartoon sky, but then the rest of the game doesn't look like that, which is a little weird.
Yeah, I know.
I kind of wish the whole game had a cool, like, hand-painted art style instead of the usual, like, almost indie, like, stock grass look and everything everywhere. Anyway, that was Cradle.
Yep.
That was Cradle. That was Cradle.
And then it loops back the video. I've got the video on repeat, so it repeated back to me just chucking a ball at her face.